Morning, everybody. Well, it's day 2. I didn't think I was going to bother taping day 2 because I'd had enough of day 1. Anyway, regular viewers of the channel will realise that yesterday I had to look at that beautiful sunrise light. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? See, this is the good thing about getting up early in the morning. Best time of the day. Get early in the morning. I've started saying it again now. Early in the morning on a Saturday morning, traffic should be easy. Should be. Hopefully better than yesterday, because yesterday I had to go from Cambridge down to Weymouth, a journey that the sat-nav originally said was going to take 4 hours, and then 4.5 hours driving time, and ended up taking 7.5 hours, which even with a 3/4 of an hour break is still 2.25 hours worth of extra traffic. But it's going to Weymouth in the school holidays on a Friday afternoon in the sunshine, sun's back. Yeah, so and then of course I had a return load coming out of Exeter, and I thought, I don't think I'm going to make this. I didn't get there until 10 to 7 at night. Luckily, the return load was coming out of like a manufacturing plant that worked 24/7. He said, well, the guy said, we work till 10 o'clock at night, and then the next shift take over, they work from 10 till 6, and then the next shift take over, and they work from 6 till 2 in the afternoon, and that's the way it goes. Like, it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. I think there's like skeleton crew in at the weekend. Yeah. 18 pallets of cardboard. I've only got 14 spaces, but they can be double stacked. Yeah, they can be double stacked if they're not that high, they can. As it was, we managed to get 18 on, and the guy, I said, how many have you got? The guy said 21. I went, okay. He said, don't worry, we'll see what we can get on. And I got my 18 on, so I've done my job. And then I've got to go to Bow. And I thought, well, you know, I'll just go and drop that one off in the morning. I'll have a look to see if there's a second job, although I very much doubt it on a Saturday. And I believe I've earned my day's money on the return load anyway. And then I put it in a sat-nav. And I kind of figured that it'd be M5, M4, M25 or North Circular kind of, but no, according to the sat-nav, we are going Knightsbridge, Piccadilly Underpass, St James's Street, Pall Mall, Northumberland Avenue, Victoria Embankment, Blackfriars Underpass, Minories. Now, I know London because I did a little bit of time on the knowledge, and I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, that's Harrods, that's Buckingham Palace, that's, you know, Victoria, Blackfriars, we've got Minories, that's Tower of London, possibly Tower Bridge. Well, there might be a few interesting sights to see along the way, so, I mean, whether it'll recalculate as it gets closer to 9 o'clock in the morning, goes, oh, you don't want to go that way. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, we're on our way to drop off the cardboard now on a Saturday morning. It is currently, it's not too bad actually. I was up about 5:15. It's about 5:45, and our destination time is 9:05. I believe that one I said. 3 hours 20 driving. Probably stop a little bit along the way, just, you know, just a little wash and brush up. Anyhow, I'm going to go back to the open roads and the beautiful sunshine. Catch up with you guys soon. Glastonbury. Still haven't gone very far. Yeah, I think I've been driving about like 15 minutes since last time I spoke to you. Wells Cathedral, very nice. Sun's coming up. The problem with early mornings, when I mean early mornings, I'm talking like 3 o'clock in the morning, and weekends, when you're not used to driving at weekends, I guess, is radio. It's kind of, there is a time when no one really wants to do it because no one's really listening. Taxi drivers and lorry drivers. It's a big hello to all you truckers out there. Yeah, so you end up with, you know, with on 6 Music at the moment, I've got some ambient mix. On Radio 2, I've got a rock and roll interview. And on 4, I've got Front Lines of Journalism. And I put country on for a little while. I listen to country line as well. I try and mix between the indie music, the student music, the new, pop music for old people, which is Radio 2, and a bit of country, because I like a bit of country. Yeah, none of it's cutting the mustard. The one good thing about Saturdays on the radio is Radcliffe and Macaulay, which used to start at 7 o'clock in the morning, now starts at 8. I think I might have Amy and May from about 6 o'clock onwards. We got, 6 o'clock now. You know, ambient focus. What does that even mean? Is that basically for people coming down from raves, isn't it? That's what it used to be. Get yourself in the ambient hut, drink some water. So I might put my book on. I tend to read all kinds of stuff. A bit of science fiction mainly, a bit of superhero stuff sometimes, not so much in books, more films. But I'm currently trying to do something slightly more highbrow. I did a bit of George Orwell recently, and then the wife's now got me into the Ragged Trouser Philanthropist. Not easy to say that last word, not for me anyway. Which basically is a cracking novel, and it's just about, it's kind of a Marxist thing. It's a load of workmen, and they're all kind of sort of browbeaten and stuck with their lot, and it's just decent. So I might stick my book on. The good thing about the books is time seems to roll away. If you've got a decent book, I'll just do another chapter. Oh, it's time for Stuart. It's time for Radcliffe and Macaulay, who recently has just been Macaulay. I don't know why. So I'll stop rabbiting now, and I'll get back to me driving. I've let the sat-nav go dark because I've got like 50 miles before I hit the M4, and basically because it's a bit low on energy, so I'm charging it up. But anywho, I'm going that way. I'll speak to you in a bit. Solved the radio problem. Amy and May's on just as I was about to turn off ambient hut. She appeared. I think the problem also is I have a difficulty when I'm listening to something that I know is recorded. So I'm listening to Chris Hawkins before he starts on a Friday morning, and I know the first half hour is recorded. Or Vernon Kay's sounds, the dance sounds of the 90s, or Dermot O'Leary's the 80s, and I 8 at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm thinking, well, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's all right. And sometimes I'm thinking, I tell you what I know is OJ Borge. I think he's great, but he's on at some ludicrous time, like 2 o'clock in the morning till, I don't know, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So even when I start crazy early, he's finishing, sort of. But yeah, I just prefer, and you would think on a national radio station, like a BBC national radio station, that anybody would be prepared to do live at any stage. Just because somewhere out there there's going to be nighttime warehouse workers, or the road workers, or truck drivers, or taxi drivers that are listening to you. That's an audience, isn't it, really? But apparently not. I forget what's going with this now. That was it. I heard on the radio the other day, there was a thing, and it was to do with, it was on the lead up to the European Cup, and it was one of these guys, the guy from The Apprentice, and he said if there's a football game on, it started early, I let all the boys go early. And then there was another lady, Jeremy Finest, sorry, and there was another lady on, and she was going, no, it doesn't matter, you can tape it, you can watch it later. And he goes, it's not the same. And she goes, well, why is it not the same? If you keep away from the result, that's the lightning lads, isn't it? Try and keep away from the result, end up in the church. Contemporary reference to the 18 to 25-year-olds there. I mean, I'm going back even for me on that one. I think Ant and Dec did a version of it once. They did a copy of the Lightly Lads, and 2 of them redid that episode. It's if you can keep away from the result, you don't know what it is, then what difference it makes, which you're saying. And the guy didn't really, he didn't, I don't think he came across with a strong enough argument, but I'd have turned around to her and said, well, that's okay, fine, lovely. In that case, why have Christmas Day on Christmas Day? Why don't you have Christmas Day on like the middle of January, and that way you can buy all the stuff in the sales, and you get it all cheaper. New Year's Eve. Why celebrate New Year's Eve on New Year's Eve? It's going to be expensive. Taxis are on triple time. You know, you've got to go out for a meal. Everybody wants to go out. It's really expensive. Just do it 2 days later. And at midnight, shout Happy New Year. Why? Because it's not Christmas Day. It's not New Year's Day. And it's sort of, you can't do it. I can shout it out. Happy New Year! There you go. Save yourself a load of money. It doesn't work. Because it's not the time, and you need to be listening to. You need to be watching that goal as it goes in life. You go, yeah, it's supposed to. Do you know another one that gets me? The kids getting married. In fact, she went to a wedding yesterday, and the wedding she's going to, it's their marriage, and they're going to stand there in front of the priest and get married, or a church, or a celebrant, or whatever they call it. But they've actually done it. They done it like a week or 2 ago, just the 2 of them were family, or they went to Tuscany and did it. That's another one, and it was something like that. And I'm going, it's the non-wedding. We actually had in our family a non-wedding where my cousin got married, and everybody went to the wedding. It's a big deal. I missed it. I can't remember why. There was something going on. I'm sorry about that thing. I should have made it. But as Darren said, I said that was the wedding. He meant the non-wedding. I went, what do you mean the non-wedding? So the divorce hadn't come through in time with the husband. So what they did is they had a big do. They'd done their vows and all that. And then 2 weeks later, when they get the final documents through, they're going to go down the registry office and like sure it all up. I just thought, but then it's not a wedding, is it? Unless you're actually there witnessing them when they say I do, and I now pronounce you man and wife. It's not. It doesn't count. That's what I think. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. It's just obvious. If it's not happening, it's not happening. You're celebrating something that isn't actually happening. New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, weddings and football. Hey! Oh, I've become very philosophical on Saturday morning. I haven't even cracked the start of the journey yet. I feel sorry for you. You've got a week in fence, you can turn your off any stage. Take a trip on the National Express. See you later. Oh, that sounds bizarre, but we haven't been here long. But we're in, and now we're working our way out. So Ritz is down here on the right-hand side. I'll get to see some of the pretty pictures that the interesting artists put up. I don't know how much you pay for a picture down here.